Hello there. Today I'm going to be introducing you to a game by the name of FTL, Faster Than Light. I'm a little late on this one. This game has been critically acclaimed for months now, ever since it came out, and I just got to playing it as of today. I picked it up in the autumn sale and I have been wanting to play it, but I haven't really had too much time. So I got to it, and I am loving it. Now, FTL is considered a roguelike, but if you are into roguelikes, it's not exactly the classical formula that you'd expect from one. It's a roguelike meet ship manager sim. You pilot a ship using a variable crew where you have to manage engines, shields, oxygen levels, and various weapons. The roguelike elements come in with procedural generation and permadeath that are basically the staples of what a roguelike is. There's other definitions out there, and a lot of people would say that FTL is not a roguelike, but as long as it has those two elements for me, the random generation of maps and the permadeath, it is a roguelike. Personally, at least. Now, the game's plot involves escaping a rebel fleet and delivering something. On your way, you go through these star systems, finding pirate ships to fight, and new crew members along your way. The whole time, though, you see the rebel fleet approaching throughout the map, just going from left to right, chasing you as you are flying from system to system. That element adds to the game in a few different ways. It's really good in pacing, and it's really immersive. The whole game really is really immersive, and the constant incoming force from the left of your screen is a major part of that. Combat in the game involves you fighting one other ship and deciding where your weapon should hit on their ship. You should be able to see their basic systems, which rooms are what. So you have engines, you have the health depot, you have the oxygen, you have their weapons, you have their pilot room, and each of these have their own unique features. So you want to target whichever part is going to hurt your enemy, or whichever part you think is going to hurt your enemy, and then every hit to the enemy ship will also hurt its hull. And once a hull hits zero, once your hull hits zero, or once the enemy's hull hits zero, that ship will explode. If yours explodes, you lose the game and will have to restart. And if their hull explodes, then their ship is exploded, and you can usually gather some supplies from the remains. They'll also occasionally try to surrender to you, which is a smart move to accept on occasion when your ship is pretty low and might die as well. But I think overall rewards are higher from actually killing ships than from just taking offerings of surrender. So that's kind of how the offensive side works, but you also need to manage your own ship, which is going to be bombarded by enemy fire too. So the enemy will hit different parts of your ship, and you can send your crew members in to repair that part. You can decide which of your crew members are manning which parts, because almost every section has an option for it to be manned or unmanned. And when it's manned, it has extra functionality, such as the engine. When it's manned, you can dodge the enemy ship more often. And when your oxygen is manned, the oxygen reloads more quickly. When you actually need to man your pilot section in order to do light speed jumping from one place to another. So yeah, in defensive terms, you'll basically need to be working with stuff that needs to be repaired and stuff that's on fire. Now the fire can be dealt with by your repairmen, or it can be waited out. But you can also do some pretty cool stuff with airlocks. So you let out the oxygen. So when the oxygen's gone in that one section of your ship, then your fire will go out. And that's just another aspect of the whole crew management thing. Outside of combat itself, you can upgrade your ship in various ways. You can upgrade all the parts of your ship. You can buy new weapons for your ship. Some star systems are stores, so they'll sell you parts, they'll sell you weapons, they'll sell you new crew members. In terms of graphical quality, the game is pretty good for what it is. You basically just have your ship, the enemy ship, both in 2D top-down view, and then some backgrounds, mainly just planets to represent systems that you visit. Other than that, everything is text. When events happen to you, things will be in text. It'll tell you what happened on that planet, or what your mission is, etc. Those missions, by the way, will happen to you occasionally. Quests, they're called. They're basically just side quests that you can do if you want to. They include delivery quests and escort quests, and often have you delivering something from one place to another. They aren't the most exciting thing in the world, but they add a little bit of flavor to the world and to the universe. So yeah, the game is kind of open in that way. You can choose which way you want to go, which star system you want to travel to, and you'll see some have distress beacons, some have quests on them, etc. And then when you get to the end of a certain sector, because the game is divided into sectors, you will be able to skip to the next one and then choose which one you want to go to. The sectors in general are either neutral, peaceful, or owned by pirates, owned by rebels, and you can choose the paths you want to go on. So far in this game, I have made it to Sector 2 before dying horribly a few times, and I have not made it past that yet. Now, in terms of any issues with the game, I can't think of much. There's definitely some features that could be added and would increase the experience by a lot, but most of it's minor, and it's not something that you are always thinking about, oh, this is missing, this is missing. No, it's just little things, such as the fact that enemy ships can surrender to you, but from what I can tell, there's no option for you to do the same. There's no option for you to surrender to the enemy, which would be nice. I could understand if you don't have the option with rebels, which you're fighting, and who want whatever you're holding, and there's no point in the game if you have to give it up. But when it comes to pirates and such, I don't see why not have that option there to surrender. But anyway, in terms of problems, in terms of bugs, I don't think of anything. I can't think of anything. No bugs that I found so far, but it is a 2-month-old game, and that should be expected. You know, the game's just polished to a high degree, and it's enjoyable as all hell. I think roguelikes have some kind of inherent repetitiveness that can arise, and this game might suffer from that eventually. However, from a first impression standpoint, the game is incredibly fun, and I am going to continue playing this for sure. It took a neat idea and delivered on that idea, and gave us an amazing game. So if you don't already have this, I highly suggest you get it. It's not too expensive, and it goes on sale all the time, so if you need to, just wait for one of those. I'm sure in the Christmas sale on Steam, there will be a good discount on the game. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like to see more content similar to this video, and a variety of gaming content, you can subscribe to my channel and let me know. I've been Maple Dungeons, and I'll see you next time.